Hey everyone, Mad Black 80, black up in your face again with some more pro black commentary. So, this subject has been talked about to death on YouTube, especially in the black sector of YouTube, but I figure there's other things that I can add to it. And that is the subject of the football player from the Seattle Seahawks, Chad Wheeler, beating up or severely beating his black girlfriend to a pulp basically because she would not bow down to him. That was the crux and the reasons and the why as to why he beat her up. She would not bow to him, so he decided to punch her and choke her, probably put her in the $1 million dream, probably hit her with the people's elbow and put her in the walls of Jericho and everything else. Okay, because she looked really bad when they took the photos of her at the hospital. So apparently the neighbors heard the screams of this woman, and when they got there, Chad Wheeler, he was sitting there eating dinner, and he was surprised when the EMTs, were able to get her, make her, get her up and get her conscious. And this fool literally said that he thought he had beat her to death. He thought she was dead, so he was just going to leave her there while he had some dinner. And who knows what he would have done with her body, right? So, like I said, the story has been talked about a lot on Black Twitter. Now, the mainstream media is avoiding the story as much as they can. They barely touched it at all. Even a lot of these sports centered networks and like ESPN and whatnot, they've made sure that they've avoided it. And a lot of their talking heads and personalities have also tried to avoid the story. They don't want to talk about it at all. They don't want to touch it with a 10-foot pole. And obviously, there's obvious racism in that because we all know if a black person sneezes and it hits a white person in the face, the mainstream media and the sports media will make sure that that black player suffers. They don't want black people or black athletes having an opinion about anything in politics. They don't want black athletes to hurt anybody or do anything wrong. They'll make sure that they publicize it and talk about it 24/7. I remember when the whole Ray Rice situation happened, or the situation with Michael Vick and the dogs. That was 24-hour news cycle on those sports networks and sports blogs and whatnot. Even going back to when Kobe Bryant was accused of a sex crime. It was 24/7 news coverage. But with this, they're avoiding it as much as they can, and it has nothing to do with the fact that you, as the average uh, news watcher, probably doesn't even know who Chad Wheeler is. He was not any type of spectacular football player or standout football player, but still, the fact that you have a major NFL player who beat up his girlfriend and also has a history of violence. He had a incident with police where he fought the police and when they were trying to arrest him. So he's a violent thug, and he's someone who's had several, or he claims to have has several mental issues, and that's the game that a lot of them are playing right now as to why he beat this poor girl up, is the fact that he has bipolar disorder. So they're already making an excuse for him. It's always an excuse when it comes to the white boys. It doesn't matter if you're black, and like I said, if you fart in a white woman's direction, or you trip and fall and hit somebody, that means that you were malicious, you're an evil black man, and it's an indictment of all black men. Apparently, all black men are just criminal by nature and violent by nature, and we do bad things and hurt people. But Chad Wheeler, he's isolated, is only a one off, and even that one off, he has some sort of mental problem. So that's why he did it, right? So, as of now, from what I understand, he's pleaded not guilty to this crime, even though he was found with the body beat up and confessed to doing the actual beating and everything. I don't see how he's not guilty. But even so, the charges they're giving him are not even that harsh. He should be charged with attempted murder, because if he thought she was dead, then that means he was trying to kill her, right? That's just my opinion. So he can't try to make it seem like it was just an accident that he beat her that bad. There's blood pouring out of her nose and mouth and everything. So, it's just a real sick situation to see. And no matter what someone's relationship status is, I really don't like to see that happen to them. But, I do have to call out the hypocrisy all around, and not just from the white media, but also from the swirl community. So you divestment divas, I notice you have said absolutely nothing really about this other than to either one, make excuses for white daddy, the white boy that you wish that you had and that you lust after and obsess over, or two, you've somehow twisted this whole story to make it black men's fault. And that's what they always do. That's not anything that's unexpected in that realm. It's always somehow the black man's fault. Even if a black woman is with a white guy and a white guy kills her or beats her up, that's still black men's fault, even if they can stretch it to make it sound like black men didn't protect this black woman, as if, they act as if black men are like the Justice League or, I don't know, the Power Rangers or something like that. Like, you can just call us at any time and hit us on our Ranger squares or whatever those things were, the those things you could change into the Power Rangers with. You can just call us up and we'll come down to help. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess that's what they think. Or we have an Avengers card that we all have, and anytime a black woman's in trouble, all you gotta do is dial that Avengers card, and the black males will form up Avengers, Black Men Assemble, and will come save you. That's not how it works, and that is not even realistic. It makes no sense. And the women who say that knows it makes no sense, but they just say it because it's an easy way to indict black men without actually explaining themselves at all, right? So, like I said, there's a lot of hypocrisy going on around this story. And one of the narratives I've seen from a lot of the swirlers in the divestment community is they're upset that black men would have the audacity to be laughing or making fun of this situation or taking it lightly. And really, they're trying to make it, they're trying to compound it and make it seem like that black men enjoy seeing black women abused. And it's not that at all. Black men who might make jokes or make light about this situation, it's a direct retaliation against the swirlers. It doesn't really have anything to do with the two personalities that are involved. It just has to do with, you swirlers are being proven wrong. You think that you make all these videos and all these social media posts where you're tearing down your own men and you're praising and uplifting white men. So when those black men see a story where your white God is shown to be the devil that he is, they're going to talk about it. So, and they're going to make sure they put that on Front Street and make jokes or whatever, however they want to do it. And I have no problem with that. Black women do the same thing, so I don't see what the big deal is. Anytime a black man gets divorced, right, from a white female, or he gets in trouble with a white female, they make jokes and say he should have stayed away from her, right? There are even black women who went as far to say, celebrities like Kobe Bryant deserved to die in a helicopter crash with his daughter because he was married to a Mexican. So, if you don't like this type of rhetoric from black males, don't use it on them when black male celebrities suffer. This tit for tat thing is extremely childish anyway, but it is what it is. You might as well just let it go. If it's okay for you to do it, like I said, when Kobe Bryant dies or a black male goes to prison over a white female, then it's perfectly okay for black males to make jokes about you swirlers and the idols that you put up when they fall short, right? So, you guys let me know how you feel about it in the comments section. I'm sure you guys have talked about it on other platforms and other YouTubers' channels. And, I appreciate all of them. I think it was Lethal Loves Ladies, The Radical Home Sister, and Water Sniper were the first people I saw do a story about this. Now, I actually read just a small clipping of it on TMZ before the story really broke, but they're the first ones I saw do a full video about it, and I wanted to thank them for dispensing that information to me. I appreciate that. So you guys let me know how you feel about it in the comments section. Anyway, Mad Black, and I will be back with my foot on these devils' back.